I want to talk about the running backs, and I know you had kind of a topic about Josh Jacobs standing still on his way of not settling for the contract, but Austin Eckler put out a running back Zoom call where they talk about the future of the running back. Now I don't know what actually happened on the call, but even Nick Chubb came out and said that the running backs are being robbed. So the running back community is coming together in this situation. And what made me mad about what Ryan Clark said today on First Take, he said that he understands that running backs need to be paid, but that's what the market is. Number one, let's just be completely real now. We had quarterbacks that got overly paid, got hurt, or didn't live up to expectations in how many years in NFL history? Let's just keep it real. Some of them deserved their money, some of them they didn't. Daniel Jones didn't deserve his money. I think Saquon should have had that money over Daniel Jones. If it wasn't for Saquon Barkley, do we really think Daniel Jones would have had the year that he had? I mean, I don't think his year was astronomical like an MVP caliber year. So for me to have Austin, for me to feel like Austin Eckler had this conference call, and for Nick Chubb said that they got robbed, and Ryan Clark said, "Oh, it's just the market because when Christian McCaffrey got that big deal in Carolina, he got traded to San Francisco, and he still put up top end numbers after he left San Francisco. I mean, after he left Carolina, he talked about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry wasn't the same since he got his contract. Ezekiel Elliott didn't live up to his contract when he got that big contract. You only named 3 running backs, and y'all saying Tony Pollard deserved this big money. For me, Tony Pollard is only good because he fits the system basically. But
what I'm saying is,
I just don't get.
I can name at least 5 running backs that achieved well over 1,000 yards and didn't make $2 million that season.
Right.
And that's my problem that I have with it. Especially, like I said, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, man, through and through. I believe if you can't run the ball, you can't win. That's the philosophy.
No,
I live by that shit.
Listen, if you can't play defense and run the
dimensional, you're one-dimensional.
Right.
Now, if my secondary is trash, then obviously I'm going to have a hard fucking time stopping you. But the whole thing is, if I know all you're going to do is pass the goddamn ball, it's a lot easier for me to game plan against you. So that's my whole thing is. Without that, I mean, come on, this is the fucking NFL. This ain't fucking Little League. This ain't Pop Warner bullshit. This is real life grown man ass shit. All right. So if you don't have a running back, then your team's gonna fucking shit the bed. So eventually,
this is what they feel. They feel as though that if they can't, and I had to disagree with Ryan Clark because he said, okay, they went out and got the Kansas City Chiefs went out and got Isaiah Pacheco as an undrafted free agent, made it to the Super Bowl. They feel as though that you can replace the veteran running backs right now and not get paid with younger guys in the draft. So this is going to be a revolving door when contracts come up that you feel like, oh, you could go get a running back in the draft. I think that's complete BS. I think it's complete BS because these guys like a Josh Jacobs that's in his prime that still can play ball right now, and you're looking to replace him because he wants more than $10 million. That's bullshit. That's bullshit to what Ryan Clark is saying. Yeah, you went out and got a Dameon Pierce out of the Houston Texans, and he had a dog year. I get it. He's a rookie. He's on a rookie contract. But I bet you when it comes to getting a bigger contract, if he keeps being productive, he's not going to get that contract because it's the market.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, for me, if I was a running back and I'm up for fucking pay, no worries. The second I'm no longer on the motherfucking books, I'm not getting paid. We done. We're fucking done. I'm not doing shit extra for your team. I'm not coming to motherfucking extra practice. I'm not. No, it's what they call that, quiet quitting.
Mm-hmm.
I think if every running back in the NFL, like all the major running backs, have said, you know what, nah, we ain't playing this shit.
What's going on, David Burns? Make sure you share the live, bro, because I cannot share the live. They got me banned for 6 days for sharing the live. So I can't share the live for 6 days, unfortunately. They feel like I was spamming too much, but okay. But
Yeah, no. I've gotten kicked off of Facebook and put in Facebook jail. I don't know how many damn times.
so my account is restricted for sharing the live, basically. But I'm just tired of I feel with all these running backs filling out, even though Ezekiel is not on the team yet, Dalvin Cook is not on the team yet. And now these guys they want to get paid what they deserve. You want to run them into the ground and give them 300 to 200 carries a year and get over all these yardage and not want to pay these guys. But you give Daniel Jones a max freaking contract that's not worthy of it because it's the quarterback position. That's complete BS. If you let's and Boog is here too, so I'm gonna say it like it is. If you ain't got a running back, you ain't got a quarterback. If you ain't got an offensive line, you ain't got a quarterback. I'm sorry to say, those two go hand in hand. Your quarterback hand that ball off to you, that means it's taking much off of you. If their offensive line protects you, that means that they're doing their jobs to protect you from getting hurt. But what are they doing for the running backs? What are they catering to for the running backs? Absolutely nothing. They got to get beat up time and time again. And
So,
look at what happens.
and I hate to sound like a dick here, but at the same time, no offense, this is the fault of some other running backs. My whole thing is like you see every couple of years how there's certain players that push that envelope and push the pay. How many running backs has honestly pushed the pay? And I'm talking about actual running backs before they get that quote unquote first deal. You know what I mean? Or early first deal. I'm talking about like Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? If Derrick Henry and Saquon and all these guys sit there and it's like Derrick Henry was supposed to notch that motherfucker through the roof, bro. McCaffrey supposed to blow that bitch through the roof, bro. Like on some shit. Like my whole thing is they should be making what wide receivers make.
Oh, he
Hands
says
down.
he says he's in the back. Okay, cool. But I get it. I get it 100%. But if they put the numbers up and you look at, I mean, Saquon, I know he had his injury bugs. I know Josh Jacobs had his injury bugs, but that's with everybody else in the league. It doesn't matter what position you play, you're going to get injured in this league. So I feel like you're giving quarterbacks money that's not worthy of those big ass contracts. I don't think Daniel Jones is worthy of that big ass contract. That's just me. Now, if he would have got Lamar Jackson numbers, oh yeah, I would have been pissed because it seems like you over like you don't. I want to say overpay, but you overpay at certain positions, but don't want to give your running backs. Even though say if for example, if Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs only asked for like 11 or 12 million. How hard is that for only for like the next 2 to 3 years for as far as guaranteed money? I don't think that's hard to get. But you want to give Daniel Jones what, like 20, 23, 24, $25 million guaranteed. He has not done shit for his team without Saquon Barkley. So it just kind of goes hand in hand with me.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, I do. To me, again, it's one of the most underappreciated fucking position in football. Kickers and punters get more love and more respect from the teams nowadays, and it's fucking sickening to me. Because I mean, to know that these top running backs ain't getting paid. So you tell me these guys are knowingly taking that ball and taking that beating and you know what I mean, with the concussions and the rest of that shit that comes along with it, and it's just like whatever.
You
You know
only
what I mean? Get your head knocked, fuck you, get your brain knocked loose for 3 4 years, and then once we're done with you, we just throw you fuck away. You don't make no real money. You're not in there long enough to be in the CBA deal for like the lifetime deal. What is it? You got to be in the league for at least eight years or some shit.
And you know what? From what I've heard on ESPN today, that Ryan Clark said it was only two running backs a part of the Players Association. Two.
And,
Yeah,
and
that
that's
that's
what's like.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. Two running
Two?
backs.
two running backs. That's only a part. And I forgot the names that he
And
said, but I remember he said only two running backs.
And you
Are
have to
part of,
think, not only are you talking about one of the most valuable positions besides the quarterback, you're talking about one of the most vulnerable positions. We're talking about taking hits and just you in general. Like, how are they only like what? Two? Like, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
it's
That's
sad.
ridiculous. I
I
can't
just feel
lie.
bad for them. I feel
And
bad
I,
for the running backs, man.
as a sports fan too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this was kind of, and I don't mean refreshing like that, but just in a way to see like, bro, it's way these dudes, like, it's a lot more that goes into this than just them coming out on the field and running the ball. Like, these guys put their life on the line damn near every day. They getting hit by 350-pound dudes and shit like that, bro. Like, you could break your fucking neck, anything, bro. Like, it's just a lot that goes with that. And you wouldn't think that, especially for the guys that are really producing, like a Josh Jacobs or Saquon, a team that wants you to come out there, like Nick Chubb said, and perform. They want you to come out there. We want you to run for 4,000 yards, 400 carries, and then next year you're like, well, you kind of ran for them 4,000 last year, so we don't know if we can pay you as much. Like that's something crazy to think about, just in the aspect of like coming out there every day and playing at your best and being one of those top guys and still having to fight to get your money, bro. It's like,
It just shows that this is a quarterback driven league.
Mhm.
It's a quarterback driven league. I mean, you could when it comes to wide receivers, oh, they can set the market at any time. Oh, they will pay a wide receiver in a heartbeat. They will pay a tight end in a heartbeat. They will pay an offensive lineman in a heartbeat. But when it comes to that running back position, here we go. The market, people saying the market is dead. The market is dead because they just don't want to pay the running backs for their contributions. Period.
Well, so again, that's why I said, man, if the running backs from here on out take a stand, and anybody, when you finish the year in top 5 category and you're up for fucking contracts, you want at least as much as the top 3 paid guys.
Facts.
And that's how you push it. That's how you push the envelope. So eventually somebody's going to be the top number 1 guy. He's going to be, all right, I want 22 million a motherfucking year. That's how you kick the can to where then your average running back's going to get around 15 million. And that's what they should be fucking averaging. And you want to talk about lifespan? Yeah, there's only a handful that really get over 10 years now. Well, why is that? Why is that? When you don't use somebody, you don't design a game plan around them. It's just, well, we're going to give you anywhere from 5 to 15 carries. It'll change week to week. So this guy don't know what he's, you know what I mean? Like it's just like it's thrown up in the air.